Hey guys, welcome to my video. For today's tutorial, I will be teaching you how to keep your crochet squares straight. To begin, all you're going to need is some yarn and a crochet hook. For this tutorial, I have made 2 granny squares, and I have a video on how to make granny squares that I can have listed down below. So right now I have my 2 squares and we are going to compare them. This one was made in the regular way. It's kind of wonky and I will show you the differences going forward. This is how a straight granny square should look. So starting from the middle and working out, you can see the middle of my wonky square. My first row is kind of off-centered. The square is not straight, it's kind of slanted a little bit. And on that second row, you can see right here, that square is slanted a little bit. So it's kind of off, it doesn't look straight. Now over here, you can see my good granny square, if you will. The center is straight and that second row is straight. So for the differences between my squares, for my wonky square, I just made my square like normal. I started and then I fastened off when I got to the row that I wanted to end on. I made chains to make my new rows going forward with the same color. And then the square that is straight or looks a little bit, better, I fastened off each row. So when I got done with my row, I would cut my yarn and then I would start my next row with the same color, but I cut it and fastened it off, and that is something that is going to keep your square straight. But another thing I did with this square is I flipped my square each row. So right now we're looking at the front of my square, and when I made row 1, I was looking at the front of my square. For row 2, I flipped my square. You can see how my square doesn't look good on this side because I tucked all the ends in. But anyway, I flipped my square for my second row. And then I did that for each row going forward. I would flip it back and forth each row. And that also helps to keep your square straight. So those are my 2 little secrets on how to keep your square straight. You fasten off each row, and then for each row after the first row, you flip your square to look at the front or the back, depending on the row. And those 2 things will keep your square straight. And for this tutorial, I did use, basic granny squares, but I have learned that you can adapt these techniques to any crochet square. I've used it for many crochet squares, and I do think that using the fasten off and the, flipping back and forth techniques, it can work on any other squares as well. And that is going to be how to keep your crochet squares straight. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more from me. You can follow me on all social media at crochetmelovely, all one word. Please leave me any feedback down below for future videos and tutorials that you would like to see. Thank you guys so much for being here, and have a great day.